Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. Rebecca, a psychologist and relationship coach. And today, I'm about to tell you something that could change how you see every woman you've ever met. Because the truth is, when a woman secretly likes you, she rarely says it. She hides it behind politeness, mixed signals, and emotional camouflage. And right now, there's probably a woman in your life, maybe a coworker, a friend, or someone who always finds a reason to talk to you, who's quietly revealing her attraction, and you just haven't noticed it yet. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on notifications, not just to support the channel, but because every week I uncover the hidden psychological cues women use when they're emotionally drawn to a man. Now, let's get honest. Women don't express attraction like men do. You show interest through effort, action, and words. But she communicates it through micro behaviors, subtle shifts, and a magnetic tension that plays beneath the surface of casual interactions. And most men miss it. They think she's being friendly or nice when she's actually testing, hoping you'll notice. The first subtle sign? Her attention has a rhythm. She looks at you, then looks away. She's not avoiding you. She's protecting herself from being too obvious. That glance isn't random. It's her emotional pulse quickening in real time. It's attraction trying not to get caught. Second, she remembers the small things you said weeks ago, not the big ones. The small, throwaway lines most people forget. Because when a woman likes you, her mind collects emotional data about you. It's subconscious. She's not doing it on purpose. You've become psychologically significant to her. Third, when you're around, her energy changes. She fidgets slightly, touches her hair, adjusts her clothes. Her nervous system is literally reacting to your presence. It's not about vanity, it's instinctive. Women subconsciously try to present their best selves when the man they're drawn to walks into the room. But here's what most men don't realize. These aren't signals you chase, they're invitations for you to lead. Attraction is not about guessing games, it's about awareness. And when you learn to recognize these subtle cues, you stop overthinking every interaction and start reading women the way they hope you will. Do you want to know what other hidden signs she's showing that she doesn't even realize herself? Keep watching. When a woman secretly likes you, her behavior starts to bend around your presence. It's subtle, but it's there. In her tone, her timing, her emotional availability. You'll notice it most in how she responds to you. When she values your opinion more than others, even on small things, that's not random. She's emotionally investing. She might ask, "What do you think about this?" Or, "Would you do it that way?" Those aren't casual questions. They're her way of aligning with your perspective, of showing quiet admiration while pretending it's just conversation. Another sign is in her emotional rhythm with you. When she likes you, she won't always be consistent. One day she's warm, engaging, almost flirty. The next, she's distant or reserved. Don't mistake that for disinterest. It's emotional self-protection. She's battling her own attraction, trying to regulate the vulnerability that comes with it. She's thinking, if I show too much, he'll know. And if he knows, I'll lose control. So she creates emotional distance to feel safe again. Pay attention to her laughter. Not just when it's loud, but when it's soft, spontaneous, and almost involuntary. Women don't fake that kind of laugh easily. It's the kind that slips out when she's not trying to impress you, when something you said lands deeper than she expected. That's attraction trying to stay polite. Another powerful cue, she finds ways to stay connected, even when there's no real reason to. Maybe she sends a meme, asks a random question, or comments on something small you post. It's not about the message, it's about maintaining proximity. Emotionally, she's saying, "Don't forget me, I'm still here." And here's one that men rarely notice. Her micro-expressions when you mention another woman. The slight pause, the half smile that doesn't reach her eyes, the moment her energy dips, even for a second. That's not jealousy. It's emotional possession showing up before she's ready to admit she has feelings. You see, attraction in women often hides behind denial. She tells herself she doesn't like you that way, but her body, her eyes, her tone betray her every time. You can feel it, that unspoken electricity that lingers even when the conversation is over. The secret isn't to confront her about it. It's to stay calm, grounded, and observant. Because when you do, she'll sense that stability. And that's what pulls her even closer, often without her realizing why. Here's the truth most men never hear. When a woman secretly likes you, her world subtly rearranges itself to make room for you, but she'll never admit it. She'll find reasons to cross paths with you, reasons that sound logical, harmless, even professional. "Oh, I just happened to be here," she'll say. But deep down, she orchestrated that coincidence. Attraction makes her strategic, but she disguises it as chance. Watch how she positions herself in shared spaces. A woman who likes you often orbits near you, not necessarily close enough to make it obvious, but close enough to feel your presence. If you're standing in a group, she'll unconsciously angle her body toward you. If you leave, her attention drifts with you. It's instinctive, like her focus can't fully detach. Another sign, she mirrors you. Your posture, your gestures, even your phrasing. It's a subconscious bonding mechanism, her brain syncing with yours. When a woman mirrors you, it's her nervous system saying, "I feel safe with you. I want to connect." That's not manipulation, it's biology. Then there's her curiosity. When a woman is secretly attracted, she doesn't just ask surface-level questions. She dives into your thoughts, your values, your past. She'll ask about your childhood, your dreams, what makes you angry. Not to interrogate, but to understand. She's mapping you emotionally, trying to find where she fits in your story. And here's a deeper layer most men miss. She'll test your emotional intelligence. She might tease you, withdraw slightly, or go quiet after a moment of connection. Not because she's confused, but because she wants to see how you respond. Do you panic? Chase? Stay centered? A woman's attraction grows not just from chemistry, but from how safe and seen she feels around a man who doesn't react from insecurity. If she opens up about personal struggles, that's another quiet confession. Vulnerability is never casual for women. When she lets you see her softer side, she's signaling trust, and trust is the soil where attraction turns into attachment. But be careful. Attraction this subtle can fade if you ignore it. Women rarely confess first. They express it through energy, presence, and emotional openness. The more you learn to read that, the more power you have to build genuine, lasting connection, the kind that feels magnetic, not manipulative. When a woman secretly likes you, she'll often communicate it through contradictions, moments that don't make sense until you understand the psychology behind them. One minute, she seems distant and cold. The next, she's warm and engaged. That's not confusion. That's emotional tension. She's caught between desire and fear. Desire to be near you and fear of being exposed. She wants to be seen, but not too clearly. Pay close attention to how her voice changes around you. Women's vocal tones naturally soften when they speak to someone they're emotionally drawn to. It's subtle. Maybe she speaks slower, more deliberately, or her laughter carries an intimacy that feels directed only at you. That vocal shift is primal. It's how attraction sneaks out through sound. Then there's her eye contact, long enough to feel electric but fleeting enough to create mystery. Women use eye contact like a dance, a signal and a shield. If she looks at you, then immediately glances away with a small smile. That's not shyness. That's her way of saying, "I feel something, but I'm not ready for you to see it yet." She may also tease you more than others. It's her way of creating playful emotional friction, the safe kind that allows attraction to breathe. But pay attention to her recovery after teasing. If she quickly softens, smiles, or lightly touches you afterward, she's balancing that tension. It's her subconscious way of saying, "I didn't mean to push you away, I just wanted to connect." Sometimes, she'll share random stories that have no real point, things she could easily tell anyone, but she chooses to tell you. That's her testing your emotional availability. She's checking if you'll listen, if you'll respond with empathy, if you'll notice the emotion behind her words. When she feels understood, even in small moments, that's when she starts emotionally attaching. And here's the paradox. The deeper her feelings grow, the more subtle her actions become. She hides her emotions because she values them. She's not playing games. She's protecting her heart. Many men mistake this restraint for disinterest, but in truth, it's the quietest proof of affection. The key isn't to call her out or chase validation. It's to stay present, confident, and emotionally grounded, because the moment she senses that your energy feels stable, that you won't judge, pressure, or misunderstand her, that's when she'll stop hiding. And once she does, her body language, her tone, and her openness will shift completely. That's when attraction becomes real connection. One of the most powerful signs that a woman secretly likes you isn't what she does around you. It's how she behaves when you're not there. You'll notice it in the little ways she tries to maintain a thread of connection. Maybe she watches your stories but never replies. Maybe she likes old posts or sends something funny out of nowhere. It's her quiet way of saying, "I'm thinking about you, but I don't want to seem too obvious." She's creating digital proximity, emotional nearness without risk. Women today are masters of subtle communication. They'll never say, "I miss you." Instead, they'll find a reason to show up in your digital world, just enough for you to feel their presence. When a woman does this, it's not about attention. It's about reassurance. She wants to know if she still matters to you, even when there's distance. You'll also notice that she becomes more attentive to how you react to her. If you're distracted, she notices. If you give her genuine attention, her mood lifts, sometimes instantly. That's emotional synchrony. It means her nervous system is already bonded to yours in small, invisible ways. And here's something deeper. When she likes you, she'll subtly start reflecting your emotional state. If you're confident, she feels relaxed. If you're withdrawn, she becomes anxious. This mirroring isn't conscious. It's instinctive empathy. It's her body syncing with yours, reading you without effort. That's how women connect emotionally long before they ever confess attraction. You may also find her defending you when you're not around. Maybe a mutual friend mentions something about you, and she steps in to soften it. That's loyalty born out of affection. She might not even realize she's doing it, but part of her already feels protective of you. Here's what separates men who see attraction from those who miss it entirely: emotional awareness. Most men are so focused on decoding what women say that they overlook what she feels. But feelings always speak first. Her tone, her timing, her eyes, they tell the story long before her words ever do. So when you notice her reaching out without reason, defending you without gain, or lighting up when you give her attention, that's not random kindness. That's care disguised as casual interest. And when you learn to respond with calm confidence instead of chasing validation, that's when she starts to trust that what she feels is safe. When a woman secretly likes you, it's not just about attraction. It becomes about alignment. She begins to look at you and feel a version of her future that includes you, even if she's not ready to say it out loud. You'll start seeing it in how she speaks about her goals or dreams. Watch for sentences like, "If I ever moved," or "when I finally reach." And notice whether you're part of that picture. If she's talking about something big and you're there, that's a sign. Not because she wants to impress you, but because she imagines you next to her when she imagines success, change, freedom. Another moment, when she opens her inner world, not just hobbies or weekend plans, but her fears, her regrets, her deeply held hopes. She tells you about the time when she felt invisible, or about something she once promised herself she'd never be. When she does that around you, she's not just sharing stories. She's entrusting you with her emotional truth, and with that trust, she's saying, "You matter." And if you pay attention, you'll notice how her body changes when that level of sharing happens. Her defenses drop, even just for a heartbeat. Her shoulders relax. Her voice softens. Her eyes open just a little wider. That's her heart opening. The curtain falls for a moment, and you're the one she lets behind it. Here's the thing. Many men misread this. They think a woman being open means she's already in love. But really, it means she's allowing the possibility. And that possibility grows when she senses that you are evaluating her with patience, not with expectation. When you respond with kindness and authenticity and emotional maturity, the attraction doesn't just simmer, it evolves. When she imagines a future with someone who understands rather than someone who fixes, she's looking at you. When she stops needing you to say anything, because she already knows you see her, that's when she closes the gap between hidden interest and conscious choice. So if you've recognized some of these signs in a woman you care about, don't panic. Don't overthink. Instead, show up with clarity. Be the man who listens without trying to solve, who supports without asking for credit, who stays strong without demanding more. Because when she's done hiding, and when she's ready to say the words, you'll want to already be the foundation she can stand on.